Hi and welcome to my channel. If you're new here for the first time, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. A bit about me. First, I'm an intuitive tarot reader. I pick up on energy prior to a reading. I will then come and use my tarot and oracle decks to further clarify the message. All of my readings are timeless, so whenever you stumble across this reading, you are meant to find it. All of the decks that I use on my channel are my own designs because I am also an illustrator. Now, this particular reading is part of a series of readings that I am doing, pulling in the energy of the number 9. 2025 this year is representative, if you add those numbers up, of the number 9. And now 9 symbolizes completion. But the energy I'm pulling through is that collectively we are in a huge period of gestation. If you think about the number 9, you can think about pregnancy, a huge period of rebirth, culminating at the end of the year with the 999 portal, which is a portal that doesn't happen every year. So it will be the 9th of September 2025, 999. The last time that happened was 2016. I'm pulling in the energy of the two Marys, not a religious reading, but I'm pulling in those two archetypal energies. We're looking at Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene. One of them birthed a baby, one of them helped birth a religion. As I said, that number 9 is endings, it's closure, a big gestational period that we are going through. So this introduction to this reading will actually be housed at the start of all of the readings, just to give you a bit of context and so I don't have to repeat myself across the readings. So if you get to the second reading, and you've already heard it, I'll put the timestamps in the description. I'm just going to give you some more information as to the messages that were coming through. I was hearing the word novena, which means 9 days. This year is the year of the snake. The snake sheds skin. So rebirth, rebirthing, shedding our old skin into a frequency that now resonates with our soul. So when I'm talking about shedding your old skin, I'm talking about potentially your spiritual beliefs, because this year and for the next 18 months, from January 2025 through to midway in 2026, the North Node is in Pisces. Now, Pisces is spirituality. And if you think about that context with the two Marys, Pisces, the fish, is also the symbol of Jesus, which is somebody that was connected to those two women. One birthed Jesus, one helped Jesus actually bring about a spiritual revolution. The previous reading that I did, if you want to know more about what's happening collectively in terms of this spiritual revolution, this big gestational period collectively we've been in for the last 2,000 years, it's just coming to a head this year. That 999 portal in September is an opening up to spiritual truth, a searching for spiritual truth, and an acknowledgement of the things that you've potentially been avoiding on a personal level, but on a collective level. I was also picking up bee energy. You think of bee energy, you think of the queen bee. And the symbolism around the words rebirth, Mother Mary, the Virgin Mary, Mary Magdalene, and 999. Now, if you watch my previous readings, I use gematria code, which is a technique used to align alphanumerically numbers to letters, which gives each word or a phrase a numerical value. And then you can look at, a bit like you would do with a thesaurus, you can look at words that are similar in alphanumeric value. So the words that align alphanumerically with Mother Mary: first trimester, Constantine the Great. Now, back in the mid-300s, Constantine actually changed religions, but he actually was responsible for allowing Christianity to be practiced legally, because for about 250 years after Jesus, it was illegal to practice. And his mother, in fact, Helena, her name was, actually went on a pilgrimage and brought back fragments of the cross from the tomb of Jesus. She was the patron saint of bad marriages and converts. But interesting, that tie in again with that divine feminine energy, that mother energy. Mother Mary is also symbolized in gematria alongside the words Snow White, the Great Awakening, the Bride of Christ, Heaven on Earth, the Virgin Mary, A Star is Born, and Divine Union. Now the Virgin Mary in gematria code 1356 is the number. I'm the captain now. And it's got that feeling of taking leadership, taking ownership. Mother has spoken. Mary Magdalene, 624. Payphone, discouragement, night and day, and remember Pearl Harbor. Triplets, golden hour, Carrington, mental health, blessed by God, and the female Christ. 999, lines with the words songbird, first dragon, emerald green, bird song, the children, eclipses. Now we've got one Friday, March 14th. Dragonfire, life goes on, all eyes on me, watermelon, Dionysus, the atomic bomb, earthquakes, the worm moon, the mother of God, and Palm Sunday. All of these words are lining back to symbolism of Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene. The other thing that was interesting, I got shepherdess and I also got Sarah Connor. Now, if you think about the Terminator movies, and I watched the author of those books talking about the Terminator movies being about the birth of Jesus, and the Matrix movies is where baby John Connor, is that his name? John Connor, in the Terminator movies, steps into his role as metaphorical Jesus in the Matrix. That's how those books were written. So as I said in the beginning, this rebirth energy, a rebirth that comes after the gestation, a change, that symbolism of the dance of creation, the cycles of life, the turning point, the current energy that we are in. So before we get into the tarot reading, if you haven't already, please subscribe. If the reading resonates with you, give it a like. Any of the songs, movies that I mention within this reading can be found in the description box. There might be more messages in them for you. And if you're called to any of my hand illustrated decks, the links to those can also be found in the description box. Hi, and welcome to this reading. This reading is actually pretty cool. There's a whole heap of synchronicities that have happened in the last couple of weeks that have all culminated into a big epiphany moment that I had just prior to starting this reading. I wasn't actually going to do this reading today. Well, I didn't actually know I was doing the reading at all. We've got a big cyclone coming in tomorrow and the next day. And I was talking to my daughter about the name of the cyclone, which is Alfred. So all of these readings are part of a series of readings, and you can find the playlist for them in the description box. And I've been on a roll today. I have literally just done reading after reading after reading. As I said, I wasn't actually going to do another one today because I want to get in and do a bit of tidying up just to get things prepared. But you've got a new beginning coming, because when I was talking to my daughter and I said to her, the cyclone is called Cyclone Alfred. And I'm not sure if it happens anywhere else in the world with big weather systems, but in Australia, the cyclones are named after a letter of the alphabet. So the last cyclone was the letter Z or Z. Z, I say Z, which means that this cyclone, we've had an end to the alphabet, and now we are going to a new beginning, which is what these readings are about. Rebirth, death, rebirth, the birthing of Jesus, Mary Magdalene, the birthing of the church, the birthing of Jesus, the Virgin Mary, the birthing of the church, Mary Magdalene, the beginning and the end. And because Alfred, this cyclone, is it's the beginning. Cyclone Alfred. So what I did was I popped Cyclone Alfred into the gematria calculator. because it was just too kind of quinky dink. Anyway, get this. Cyclone Alfred, the numbers are 637. That's in Hebrew gematria. 738 in simple gematria, or 123. 123, green means go. 123, go, a new beginning. So in Hebrew gematria, Cyclone Alfred. Now, if you don't know what gematria is, it's an alphanumeric calculator. So every letter in the alphabet, according to biblical text, every letter is assigned to a number. And so when you add up the numbers of a word, you get a total number. So Cyclone Alfred, those two words make 637. And then you can go into biblical text and find other words that have the same alphanumeric value. And it's essentially a way of getting hidden messages. So Cyclone Alfred, 637. The Northern Lights, green eyes, she talks to angels, green sky, and firstborn son. Some of those might have relevance to you. There are thousands of pages of them. I just grabbed the ones that intuitively I was guided to. 738, which also is in simple gematria, Cyclone Alfred. Cyclone Alfred, my words. Done too many readings today. Cyclone Alfred. 88. Now, if you watched a previous reading that I did in regards to the connection to this big rebirth, which is aligning with a rebirth within a death and a rebirth within the Catholic Church, the current sitting Pope is 88. 88, April Fools was another word. Grandmother. The Holy Bible, new beginning, green means go. Archangel Gabriel, which is the angel that came to Mary. 2-7. So 2-7 side by side. Black Hole Sun, Mary Magdalene. Now these readings are, I'm being guided by Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene, Catholic Pope, and the beginning and end. How crazy is that? That something that is currently happening in the sky aligns with all of the messages synchronistically that I have been picking up on. Now, I don't normally use this word, but given the amount of biblical references that we've got, and when I talk about the Northern Lights, green sky, there have been many prophecies within the Bible in regards to the 3 days of darkness, which precedes a green light in the sky. It's talking about the apocalypse, the beginning and the end. That song, Radioactive, has been rolling around in my head all day. The apocalypse. We are also talking about, given that we've got this context of layer upon layer of biblical meanings within this Cyclone Alfred gematria code, we are talking about a relationship. That's what I'm picking up on. The Knight of Cups is an offer of love. It's the Sun in Scorpio. Scorpio is death and rebirth, a beginning and an end. Now, the other thing, and I don't use this term very lightly, because I do not believe that everybody has a twin flame connection. I believe that everybody has a soulmate connection, but this is a twin flame reading. Twin flame in gematria code actually aligns with the words new age begins, which also aligns with all of this Cyclone Alfred. I'm just going to check one more thing. And I knew it did. So I've got the gematria calculator here, and I typed in Brisbane, which is where I live, which is where this cyclone is meant to hit. And we've got Francis, the current Pope. Brisbane. And it goes on and on and on and on. Golden Age, Vatican, Adam and Eve, which is a twin flame connection. Again, Francis. Proof. I'm gonna stop it there. That was my puppy on the screen that you saw. And again, he sat beside me again for this reading. You've got a very, very special divine connection coming your way. And it aligns with things that are happening in the sky. Events. I just had geomagnetic events. Events that are happening in the sky. We've just had the 7 planets aligning. Twin flame connections are very, very spiritual connections. They align with hidden prophecies within the Bible. They mirror lots and lots of synchronicities that have happened over thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And you've got one coming back. And I say it's coming back because the beginning and the end. The other thing that I was picking up on was Paris holds the key to your heart. That's a song from Anastasia. A connection that she had with Dimitri in the beginning, which then ended in Paris when she reunited with her grandmother. Now, grandmother was one of the words that came out in alignment with Cyclone Alfred. You've got grandmothers guiding this connection. Things that you've done with your grandmother, because it's things that she did with her grandmother in the past as a child. Things that she did with her grandmother as a child in the past. Peppermint, I just heard peppermint, that's from that movie. Things that she did with her grandmother in the past as a child actually hold the key to secret information about this new beginning. And if I look at, I've got a key here sitting on my teacup here. This set of teacups, not that particular teacup because I went and found some more, but I've got this beautiful set of teacups that my own grandmother gave me that actually birthed this Lovebirds Tarot deck. And for me, and I've not gone into detail, but for me, there are hidden synchronicities in that teacup. There's hidden synchronicities. There's something here about green. Northern Lights, green eyes, she talks to angels, green sky, and firstborn son. 88, April Fools, grandmother, the Holy Bible, new beginning, green means go, Archangel Gabriel, which is the angel that came to Mary. 2 sevens, black hole sun, Mary Magdalene, the Catholic Pope, and the beginning and the end. You might have a grandparent called Alfred. You might have been close to a grandmother. Somebody might have the sun in Scorpio in their chart. Let's get some cards. 51, that's a 6, and the mysteries of life. There's secrets being revealed. That's the 9 of Wands. That's completion. 9s are the end in tarot. Let's get one more. And number 70, Javamia. A spiritual journey. A spiritual journey back to each other. That's the Hermit. Now, what I'm going to do, because I'm being called to do it, these angels actually align with certain dates. Let me have a look. And they might be your date of birth. They could be the date of birth of the person that you're in a connection with. Or they may have meaning or relevance to that person. Or it could be to a grandmother that's guiding. This angel aligns with the impenetrable secret, the mysteries of life. Something that's been hidden from you, that's being revealed because you're getting a new beginning. Psalm 104:31. Soul guardian for those born 4:40 p.m. to 5 p.m. Moral guardian for those born the 9th of May, the 20th of July, the 30th of September, the 11th of December, or the 21st of February. Physical guardian for those born the 25th to the 29th of November. The person born under this influence will love abstract sciences and will be attracted to knowledge of animals, vegetables, and minerals. They will be distinguished in medicine through wonderful cures and will make many discoveries useful to society. This angel governs wisdom, chemistry, physics, and can reveal the secret of the philosopher's stone and the universal medicine. Now, the other thing is there. I mean, I think of, my grandparents. They were farmers. My grandparents were farmers. Will be attracted to the knowledge of animals, vegetables, and minerals. 51. And then let's look at number 70. That aligns with, that's so beautiful. That aligns with Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. The beginning and the end. That's the first book of Genesis. The beginning. Cyclone Alfred is the letter A. The beginning. A spiritual journey. Anyone born under this angel will be distinguished by their genius and will be considered one of the great scholars of philosophy. This angel governs natural processes and phenomena. What are the northern lights? And natural processes. So if you think of natural, cyclones, earthquakes. This angel governs natural processes and phenomena of nature and protects those who wish to progress spiritually. Soul guardian for those born 11 p.m. to 11:20 p.m. Moral guardian for those born the 28th of May, the 8th of August, that's that 8/8, the 19th of November, the 30th of December, and the 12th of March. Physical guardian for those born the 28th of February to the 4th of March. How beautiful is that? Now, the other thing that came through, because I did a bit of meditation, what I got was a couple of Bible stories. One of them was the Feast of Purim. Now, that's about Esther. So Esther in the Old Testament was somebody who was hidden. And she saved her people. She was hidden. Then I got the Six of Wands, and that's about the walls being broken through Jericho. So the finishing of letter Z or Z and the beginning of a new journey. Busting through the walls. And then I got the Three of Cups, which is the wedding at Cana. There's a spiritual union happening here. Let's get you some cards. Let's have a look. Any messages from your guides, your angels? There's a connection here with the grandmother, soul family, and inner wisdom. You've been guided the whole time. Things that you have been doing your whole life have all led up to this point. And whether you had grandparents that knew it when they were in the physical, whether they are now in heaven and guiding from above, and tapestry, weaving the tapestry back together. Only things that you would know, because if you think of Dimitri, he held something of hers that only she would know. There's hidden secrets here, hidden secrets. And maybe you'll find out about... Okay, let's have a look at the energy around you. Inner wisdom. You know them, but you just haven't connected the dots. Three of Swords. That's Saturn and Libra. You just haven't connected the dots. The Sun. You're about to be illuminated. That's what's happening in the 3D. And if you think of that movie Anastasia, wasn't there that god-awful green light thing that came through? Rasputin. Divine connections often have toxic devil energies trying to keep them apart. In that cartoon movie, he was trying to stop her connecting with her grandmother because it then meant that the dynasty, her family dynasty, would continue, and he was trying to stop it. The sun. He was trying to stop it. What's happening in the soul? King of Swords. Somebody's trying to stop it. Uranus in Libra. Uranus is sudden shocking events. Well, I have to think of an earthquake. Sudden shocking events trying to destabilize things. Trying to take you off. I just end up trying to lead you down the garden path. Trying to distract you from a journey that you're meant to be on. The message from the man upstairs. Oh, look, the Six of Wands. Victory after a long battle. It's interesting actually because this current soulmate cycle actually aligns with World War II. VE Day. And on the 7th of the 7th this year, Jupiter, which is 777, goes into Cancer, which is the number 7, which is the Chariot card. So we've got all of these 7s coming. And as I said, this 7 is a very spiritual number. 7-7, Jacob and Rachel in the Bible. The Six of Wands here. Which is victory, which also means the same as my grandmother's name. There's a big grandmother connection here. What's the outcome? They're all up there having tea. That's what, oh, look at that. That's the Chariot, number 7. They're all up there having cups of tea. I did a reading a couple of readings ago, part of this collection of readings, and I was talking about the ninja grandmas. There's ninja grandmas guiding this journey. 7 of Wands, protecting you, guiding you back together, guiding this new beginning, the wedding at Cana. Very, very spiritual connection this is. Okay, let's have a look at the 3 of Swords. Isn't that funny? Alfred. The letter A. Death. That's rebirth. Death is rebirth. Something has to end for something to begin. There's a big planetary. Something has to end for something to begin. The Empress card. To nurture something new. Now, a balanced Emperor drives the Chariot. And we've got the Empress sitting in the energy of this connection, in the overall energy of this connection, ready to be birthed. And we've got the Ace of Cups on the bottom, and look at that. What's this? This card's backwards. The 10 of Cups. That's meant to be out. Very, very spiritual connection. Let's have a look at this Sun. Illumination. These secrets coming out. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's the Lovers. 2 people meant to be together, and the King of Swords, which we've got here. But in this context, it's like somebody upstairs putting their foot down and saying, actually, no, this is happening now. King of Swords, Uranus in Libra. It's it's the ordering of these divine, I want to say divine grandmothers. They're saying, no, divine justice now. They laid the foundations of this. That's so beautiful. Let's have a look at this. What's happening in the soul? The High Priestess. It's been hidden from you. It's been hidden. Things that you've done in your past that you don't even realize have a spiritual connection to a union that's coming in your future. That's too many. But we've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, that's completion. The Nine of Pentacles is Mother Mary, and Eight of Cups is walking away from 8 broken cups to your Nine of Cups, which is your spiritual inheritance. How beautiful. And I want to say to you too that if your grandmother is anything like my grandmothers, the pair of them, they were badass. They were not to be messed with. These are women, and the women guiding you in this connection are women who, they are strong forces of nature. My grandmother with a wooden spoon would make you run as fast as you could to the other end of the house. No nonsense. And this is them here, King of Swords. What's happening in the 3D? They're like, right. I just heard chop, 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 chop. Six of Wands. This is the message from the man upstairs. Victory after a long battle. VE Day. Victory after disappointment. That's the moon in Cancer. Again, 2 sevens. And destined. The star. Tapestry. Weaving things back together. And they were the types of people that would have made their own tapestries. I know all the doilies in my grandmother's house. Both of them. They all made everything handmade. This connection is hand woven by your maternal ancestors. How beautiful is that? God help you if you F it up. The Knight of Swords, the potential possible outcome. That's don't F it up. And the Queen of Wands, a beautiful, passionate new beginning. Grown, the sunflower. Grown and developed and nurtured over lifetimes by your grandmothers. Now the Ten of Cups, I'm not going to get a card for. We've got the Page of Pentacles, the card of the student. This is about something that you're about to learn. You're about to learn how intricately woven these women have been into the coming together of this relationship. How beautiful. Partnership. They've been part of the partnership. Fall from grace. Somebody's name might be Grace. Playfulness. They've been helping you along the journey, I want to say. That doesn't mean that somebody's had a fall from grace. Potentially, they've been taking people out. And that was what was coming through in the Ninja Grandma reading. They've been taking people out that are trying to stop you on this journey. Yeah, look at that. Hidden things that are done in the dark. I'm going to open that up to there. Things that are done in the dark. They have been removing things. If you think of that Rasputin guy, removing things that would stop this relationship coming into union. And actually that tried to come out, moving closer to union. New moon vibes in Aquarius are sweeping in to sprinkle a little love magic into the mix. You might have a grandmother who was an Aquarius. Just thinking what mine were. Virgo and Capricorn. Let's have a look. Nodes of Destiny. Lots of Aquarius here. Now, this is the age of Aquarius, and we're also in a Pluto and Aquarius transit, which is a 20-year transit. And we're also going into a 2,000-year period where we are focusing on humanity. So the pair of you might have a spiritual mission, a divine mission in life, where you are meant to, as a couple, focus on humanity. North Node Aquarius buddies glide through life with a dash of passion, charm and flair. To soar to the heavens, they must chase their dreams and champion righteous crusades. The Crusaders. Maybe you were part of the Crusades. Okay, let's get some love songs. payphone. You might be in separation at the moment. Payphone, Maroon 5. I'm at a payphone trying to call you. All of my change spent on you. Where are the plans we made for two? What else we got? Close to you. The Carpenters. Why did birds suddenly appear? My Lovebirds tarot deck. It's got 2 birds on it. 2 people in love that hit obstacles in their life, and then they put love first, and God turns them into a pair of birds so they can fly away to their freedom. Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you. Why do stars fall down from the sky every time you walk by? Just like me, they long to be close to you. How beautiful. I love a good love reading. Dude, this card, and I said it in 2 readings ago, I need to actually take it out from my deck because it's not what a twin flame connection is about. Yes, okay, you know. But maybe that has been some of the toxicity in your life. Temptation. And not to get into the details of things, but in the beginning, and we go back to Adam and Eve, the relationship that you had with somebody on an intimate level was meant to be something that you shared only with that person. It was meant to be spiritual. It was meant to be between you and that person and God. It wasn't meant to be, you know, the way the world is now, where people have been with 1,000 people before they actually get married. And this union is being guided by grandmothers who come from an age where, you know, I'm thinking of, you know, people in World War II who come from an age where it's very different to what's happening now. And maybe that's why you've been held apart. Strangers in the night. And gravity. Something always brings me back to you. It never takes too long. Maybe that's why you've been held apart, because you were actually meant to become your own people first. Heal yourselves first. This year's love, David Gray. I've been waiting on my own for too long. Every breath you take. Oh, dude. I can't take my eyes off of you, Frankie Valli. That's old-fashioned love. I don't want to miss a thing. That's from the movie Armageddon. Now, this card here, Jabamia, the spiritual journey governs natural phenomena. I don't want to miss a thing is about Armageddon. That's about a big asteroid in the sky that comes hurtling to the earth. We've got one potentially coming in 2032, 7 years from now. Can't take my eyes off of you, Frankie Valli, and that's how you'll know. At last, Etta James, old-fashioned love. Angels, Robbie Williams. I'm going to do 2 more. Bless the broken road. And say something, a great big world. Oh, 100 years. A love story 100 years in the making, and Without You, David Guetta and Usher. Okay, let's get some love messages. Hold your vision and don't give up. Now, that's somebody next door with a blower back, so please excuse that. I can't control that. I want to make amends. They did fight a lot, didn't they? Dimitri and Anastasia in that movie. Opposites attract. I'm angry with myself for my past actions. I'm trapped in fear. Breaking bad habits. Don't listen to others, just listen to your heart. I'm wrapping up another connection. And you have breathed new life into me. So I'm going to get you some Scrabble tiles, letters and numbers in here. I'm going to give it a shake. It does make a little bit of noise. This rebirth of this relationship, can we get any more information? Or this birth of this relationship? And I just heard it was birthed before you were even born. Seeds were being planted before you were even born. Seeds were being planted. Now, it could be your grandmother's initials in here. A G and a 2, a U and a 2, a P and a 3, guppy, that's a fish. A Y and a 4, 2 P's though. An A and a 1, a D and a 2, an L and a 1, a C and a 3, an F and a 4, a J and an 8, a H and a 4, an M and a 3, a T and a 1, an R and a 1, a Q and a 10, and an X. That's the end, the beginning and the end. I thought I might have Alfred. Fred. I'm missing the E. That could be a grandparent's name too. Okay, let me get you 3 final cards from my Lovebirds Tarot deck about this beautiful new relationship that is about to begin. The Hermit. It's been on ice. Whilst you've both been on a spiritual journey. The 9 of Wands. That's the endings and beginnings. The 9 of Wands. The 8 of Pentacles. Whilst you built yourselves up, and the 8 of Cups, which is walking away from the past, the endings, towards a new beginning. How beautiful. That's so beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. That's what I've got for you. If this reading resonated with you, please give it a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Any of the songs that that's the dog next door, I'm so sorry. Any of the songs that I mentioned or movies can be found in the description box, as well as the links to my tarot and oracle decks. All the best on this beautiful new beginning, and I will see you again in another reading.